If that was Taylor Swift, it'll be a peace treaty right now. It'll be a slight, they'll be drafting to go to war for a weed pen. 9 years.
Boosie, Joe Biden would not negotiate for the release of his wife. He's just that weak, bro. I'm not like everybody else. I sincerely hope that this right here is the last video that we do on this girl, but we got to talk about it. So little Boosie today went on a bit of a rant, a bit of a tirade. Don't worry, I'll be showing you guys the full rant here in a second about how the country would be drafting people to go to war if it was Taylor Swift. Oh, by the way, he also went after Kamala Harris in that video. And of course, some Kamala fans are not exactly happy that he did that. However, I cannot find that clip, that response. So instead, I'm going to be leaving you the video link to another video that has that clip, that has that actual response. I highly advise you guys watch it because both of them, quite frankly, are not very bright. But I want to talk about this for a quick second because there is something that, quite frankly, I missed, and I apologize for this. Not only is Brittney Griner over there in Russia, and don't worry, we don't care about her, but of course, there's also a Marine by the name of Paul Whelan who is actually he's actually been there falsely for a while. If anybody should be coming back home, it's Paul Whelan and not Brittney Griner. I apologize that I missed that earlier. Just want to go ahead and give a bit of a mea culpa here right off the bat. But here's the deal. Number one, it shows you just how tribal people are starting to become. And number two, it also shows you just how ignorant people are. I'm going to go ahead and roll the entire clip, and then we're going to respond to it because even though it's kind of funny to watch, Boosie actually got a few things wrong. But then again, at the same time, though, I'm pretty sure that Biden would not actually negotiate the release for anyone because Biden, quite frankly, is an extremely weak president. Jimmy Carter 2.0, as a matter of fact, probably even weaker than Jimmy Carter. But let's go ahead and roll this.
How the hell this girl get 9 years for a weed pen? And the USA ain't doing nothing about it. You tell me that. If that was Taylor Swift, it'll be a peace treaty right now. It'll be a slight, they'll be drafting to go to war for a weed pen. 9 years. What that show for black women in the United States? And the vice president, as a black woman, you supposed to be on the front line. You supposed to be on the front line to get that black woman out of jail. 9 damn years. Y'all fucked up in this world.
See, I don't know if you're paying attention or not, but Kamala Harris is not the president. She's vice president, strictly a diversity hire, not exactly effective, and I'm pretty sure she would not be good in a negotiation with Putin at all. I mean, she basically screws up everything she touches. And I think a lot of that's because she's not actually doing the work because, you see, Kamala Harris is one of those ladies who, quite frankly, she never actually earned her stripes. She was kind of given her stripes through affairs, manipulation, that type of stuff. There, y'all go ahead and say that. I don't really care what anybody thinks. But Boosie, she's not the actual president. Now, let me go ahead and throw this out here. I don't think that trading an arms dealer like Victor Boe, who also plotted against Americans, he plotted to get Americans killed, especially in the Middle East, is exactly a golden choice to actually trade for someone like Brittney Griner. And I don't think he's enough to trade for someone like Paul Whelan, even though Paul Whelan is a Marine and we'd like to have him back home. So I think the administration might be doing a little bit too much. You might want to find better trade pieces. Now, of course, I want that devil dog home. But at the same time, though, it's a very, very difficult choice to make when you're actually trying to trade somebody who's actually an arms dealer who, by the way, would be used in the war against Ukraine, which, by the way, I'm not a fan of us putting boots on the ground there. But at the same time, though, for the I Stand With Ukraine crowd, why do you want to give an arms dealer to Vladimir Putin who he's going to use against Ukraine? That doesn't really make any sense. I thought you guys were, like, supporting Ukraine. But then again, though, we all know these people are bots, and they'll probably change their minds in a couple of minutes, sometime right around 8 o'clock in the morning, because they have no actual scruples or no actual morals, so therefore they don't really have a leg to stand on. So there is that there. But here's the deal, though. This where also kind of shows you the ignorance of civics. You see, a lot of these people don't understand basic civics. You see, the Vice President of the United States has no actual power. The Vice President of the United States is, for the most part, a symbolic position. The vice president is only there in case something is to happen to Joe Biden. And of course, the vice president, well, really the only job they have is president of the Senate, but even that right there is kind of a mundane job. It doesn't really come with any actual abilities. And of course, Kamala fails at everything she touches. So I'm not too sure you might want Kamala Harris actually negotiating the release of this person. But I do got to make this point here. And by the way, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan at all. As a matter of fact, I can't stand her music. I mean, this woman right here talks about all the shitty choices she makes in men, and then she turns right back around and votes for Joe Biden. Same way you did, little Boosie. All you guys voted for Joe Biden, and you're getting what the hell you voted for. You're getting a very, very weak, frail old man who, quite frankly, is absolutely incompetent. They just posted today that the economy added 539,000 jobs, and the unemployment rate has gone down, but yet the price of gas is still up through the roof. The price of products in general is through the roof, and you expect us to believe that you add that many jobs? No. What you added was mostly part-time jobs. The Obama administration did that crap when they were in office. Oh, the unemployment rate is going down. Yeah, dudes took a job making like 20 hours, like 20 hours a week. It's a part-time job, not a full-time job, and you're out here claiming it. Here's where I'm going to end the video at, guys. I want to go ahead and touch on Taylor Swift just for a second. His comment about if Taylor Swift was held hostage, we'd be going to war over this. I don't think we would be. First and foremost, because I don't think Taylor Swift, even though I don't like her, even though she makes all these bad choices in men, and of course makes very, very bad political situations, which, by the way, I just mentioned, I don't think Taylor Swift is stupid enough to put cannabis in her bag. You see, when you go overseas, you're probably going to check the hell out of the bag that you pack. You're probably going to pack, repack, and then pack again to make sure you're not forgetting anything. By the way, Brittney Griner claims that this this product, this little bit of cannabis oil, was prescribed. I don't know if you know this or not, but United States or prescriptions here in the United States do not always equate to legal in other countries, especially a country like Russia, which, by the way, is at odds with us. So once again, this right here is massive ignorance playing out right in front of your eyes. Also, something else too, going back to the whole thing about possibly going to war over her, as I said before, I don't think Taylor Swift is that freaking dumb. Even though she does overseas trips, we don't never hear about this. Did you ever think that maybe Brittney Griner, maybe it's possible that she tried to slip one in and she thought because she was in the WNBA that she would not have a problem? I mean, this is one of the biggest issues that we have right now with American celebrities. They think they have a lot of clout, but in reality, when they actually get checked, which, by the way, Brittney Griner is not a celebrity. I'm just saying, for her being a WNBA star, I'm saying that she might think that her clout would get her off, when in reality, obviously, Russia ain't playing that shit, especially when Vladimir Putin looks like a strong man and Joe Biden looks like a very, very weak man, and Kamala, of course, looks like what the hell she is, a diversity hire. Boosie, let me just go ahead and throw this out here. Number one, I understand your sentiment. You're upset with Kamala Harris. I can get behind you on that one right there. I can stand with you on that because I don't like her either. She's very, very incompetent. But here's the deal, though. Kamala Harris is not the one who would be in charge of negotiating this girl back home. That would be the current president of the United States. You know, that guy that you kind of like put in office? I know you did because you were very, very anti-Trump. So you're getting what the hell you pay for. Once again, guys, is another example of people creating problems that quite frankly do not exist, or making problems 10 times worse and then blaming others for it. This right here is going to be kind of a theme going forward, especially in our society, as we see all the time. This right here is what everything is. Actually, this right here is actually what we've kind of sort of become. Speaking of that, guys, there'll be a video also out tomorrow on Shaun King. This right here will be kind of a 3-day video tomorrow. Of course, it'll be a very, very big day. It's Saturday, and quite frankly, I want to test some things out. Guys, John Claymore here. If you like the content, make sure you guys hit that like button. Leave a comment. Make sure you guys pass these videos around, and I'll see you guys.